So we're going to talk about daily habits that you absolutely need to break or get better habits of doing. Before we get started though, my PayPal link is below. Please donate if you feel it in your heart. My birthday is Friday, so throw me some money if you can. I don't expect you to, or don't feel obligated. I'm joking, but I really would be appreciative of it. Also, my TikTok's below. I did make a TikTok. More than likely, by the time you watch this video, if not later in the day, there will be another TikTok video up there. It's going to be called Hocus Pocus. So, these are daily habits we absolutely need to get into or improve upon. The first part of your day is what you really need to focus on for now until you can make incremental changes and improve it as a whole, because starting off the day is extremely important. Now, to start off the day, you would need proper sleep. So proper sleep is extremely important. Then, when you wake up, within the first hour of you waking up, you need to, in this order, I would suggest in this order, yoga, working out, lifting weights, walking, running, and then meditation. You don't want to do the meditation as soon as you wake up. Well, first off, you need to eat something and drink you some water. Being hydrated is very important. Like, you need to stay on top of being hydrated. These things all add up. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The proper amount of hydration, the food that you eat, the amount of sleep that you get, and the activities during the day add up. If even started to be done correctly, you feel that burst of energy and you feel more motivated, and then you can just build upon it. So what you need to stay away from doing is the first thing you do in the morning. This is just myself here. I'm giving an example. I'll wake up, eat something. I normally take a couple puffs of a vape, and then I'll drink some kratom and sit down for like a little bit to try to wake up, get more alert. That is not the thing to do. Absolutely not. And then, really, social media is a huge issue, but phone in general is a huge issue. I'm not saying not to look at a phone, or I'm not saying not to get on a phone or whatever, but realize how much time and energy is wasted on this. Like, I feel it's safe to say it is an addiction. Truly, I do. It's safe to say it is an addiction. And I'm not saying to cut it out completely, but you should set a certain amount of time that you allow yourself to get on it in a day, and then slowly bring it down. Just for an easy example, let's just say you're on here 2 hours a day. Well, try to go down to an hour and 45 minutes a day for a week. And then don't say, well, I'm going to go down to 30 minutes and then get mad at yourself and then reaffirm some BS limited belief that you have about yourself that you can't, because you can. It's just you have to do it the right way. And I'm not saying this couldn't be done like that and you couldn't just put all this down, because you absolutely could. You can, in fact. It's just, in order to do that, you have to have your mind to a correct level. And so what I'm suggesting you do is make very small incremental changes with daily habits that you see is no longer serving you a purpose or helping you. In fact, is detouring you in a lot of ways. The food you eat is very important. I'm not saying that it's not to ever eat pizza or cheeseburgers again. Absolutely not. I'm just saying limit how much you eat pizza and cheeseburgers. Really just limit your sugar intake and the amount of bread you eat. I would just recommend eating fruits, vegetables, and lean meats. That's just me, though. Fish, chicken, lean hamburger meat, steaks, and then fruits and vegetables. Because these things all add up. Like, just do it for a week. Just do this for a week with incremental improvements and changes, and then see what happens at the end of that week. See how you feel. See how the momentum just keeps on and keeps on adding up. So daily habits is a huge thing we need to focus on, because even though you're accepting and admitting you were playing a character, it's kind of the same thing with going back and healing wounds. Even though you know that was a character, you still went through it. So you have to. So you have to correct the habits that the character had, if that makes any sense at all to you. So with me, the habits I was left with was kratom, cannabis, nicotine, and technology. So it's like you just got to push through your comfort zone. Like, I understand it's uncomfortable, but once you do it, it's the same thing with incremental improvements. Like, once you start doing it, you want more and more and more and more and more of it, and you just want to keep on growing and keep on pushing out of it to reach your full potential. It's just at the very beginning stages of it, it is very uncomfortable, and you don't want to be comfortable. Let me rephrase this. You don't want to be comfortable in your daily routine, or you don't want to be, even if it's super healthy, you don't want to stay comfortable in that. Like, you want to keep doing things that make you uncomfortable, so you can start exploring more of the world and yourself. But you just don't want to get comfortable in that sense, because dreams will die. That is where dreams go to die. But you want to be comfortable in the sense of financially. You want to be comfortable in the sense of you have a house and cars, and like you and your family are taken care of, and you want to be comfortable. You don't even want to really be comfortable in the relationships. You want the relationships to be nice and loving, but you don't want to get comfortable in the sense that you just repeatedly do the same thing and get stuck in routines. So this is really what I would focus on, is as well with opening your heart and losing your mind. I would absolutely focus on, let's say the word evolve the human mind. Along with focusing on these two things, the number one thing I would highly recommend you do is watching your daily routine and your habits, because again, they add up. If you want to feel the best, if you want to have the best energy, if you want to be you want clarity, mental clarity, then you got to cut out the things that's preventing this from happening. And everything that I'm telling you starts with the food you eat, how much water you consume, and you should be consuming a lot more water, the amount of sleep you get, and the activities you're doing during the daytime. Now, this is a huge... Self-love is the foundation, right? Self-love is the foundation. But if you also want to say this is a foundation on a smaller scale, then this is the foundation right here. And let me just say, in loving yourself, when you fully love yourself, that does mean you accept and love yourself for who you are. But it also comes with the realization, again, that I love myself, so I'm not going to do things to myself that is causing me not to reach my full potential. So just keep that in mind. Discipline is needed, but I'm telling you right now, with self-love, discipline comes. You just have, and self-control. You just, in the meantime, until you fully love yourself, work towards self-control and discipline. Because I don't know if you noticed, but those come naturally with the self-love. But it's just like, you still have to work towards it. You still have to, again, you don't want to take it too serious. You don't want to try way too hard, but you don't want to just sit back and get comfortable and sit back and watch things. It's like, you will be miserable. Well, technically you could do that, but you will be miserable in doing that. Like, for no reason. You don't have to. So I'm going to end that there. It is a game of form and the play of life. I am you talking to you. I have always been you talking to you. I will always be you talking to you. Because all there is us telling ourselves stories and creating illusions and having experiences and then living. So, I love you dearly and deeply. Again, stop chasing rabbits and embrace the turtle in all its glory. You have not seen the turtle in all its glory, but you can, and you will. So, I love you. Wake up.